I would like to welcome everyone to the Lifestyle Changers Financial Freedom presentation. My name is Angela Williams. I have a bachelor's degree in finance, a master's in business and accounting. Spent 13 years climbing the corporate ladder in the accounting field. Back in 2008, when the markets crashed, I got laid off. Now, what I wasn't expecting was to be laid off for 4 straight years. And so after the fourth year, after losing everything that I own, from my savings, my home, to my career standing, I had to just jump out on faith, and I had to become the boss. I had to create my own job. So I opened up a boutique called Glamour Gifts Boutique. Been a successful business owner for the past 10 years. So the one thing that I knew is that I wanted to make sure that other people were able to create income for their income. And the best way to do that is to have your own business. So I am passionate about teaching that in our community. And when I was introduced to this company that I'm about to introduce you to, they totally changed my life. You know, in the past year and a half, I have been a financial coach, and I've cash flowed over $91,000. I'm 100% debt free. I've grown my investment accounts to over $289,000 because of the wealth strategies that you learn in this company. And I've also been able to increase my credit score to a 758. So I'm excited. So I want to introduce you to the company that changed my life. It is myEcon. myEcon is a 13-year-old debt-free financial literacy education company. We are based out of Atlanta, Georgia. There's over 75,000 distributors. And as distributors, we have all been able to cash flow over $450 million. Now, what I love about myEcon is that they're going to give you a business. So we're going to give you a sole proprietorship, and we're going to give you a business in a box. And that includes a digital online business. So you're going to be attached to an e-commerce website that has products and services that people use on a daily basis, which is going to allow you to tie your income to other people's buying habits. We're also going to be taught personal finance, something that no other business opportunity has ever tackled in our community. So you're going to be part of an income shifting membership, and that is going to give you budgeting, education, and resources. You're going to learn how to minimize your taxes. You're going to learn how to eliminate your debt the fastest, and we're going to give you the tools to do it. We're going to teach you how to build better credit. We're also going to give you investment education, and we also give you retirement planning. Why is financial literacy in high demand right now? Well, 77 million people, especially adults, do not pay their bills on time. 56% of all US adults do not have a budget. So if you don't have a budget, you have no idea where your money is going. 7 out of 10 Americans do not have $1,000 right now that they can touch if emergency was to happen. 67% of African Americans have no emergency savings in case you lose your job, lose your spouse, or you get sick. You guys, I had over $80,000 saved when I got laid off in 2008. And guess what? It did not last me 4 years. So just imagine if you don't even have 1,000. If you lost your job tomorrow, how long could you last? Could you last 6 months? Could you last a year? Could you go 2 years before you start losing your cars, before you have to move in with somebody? That's something that you want to think about. The average wealth in America is about 141,000, but the average wealth for Hispanics is 13,000, 11,000 for African Americans. So that means that we're not owning our homes, and we're not saving nor investing. Think about all the people that you know that have student loan debt, 1.3 trillion. I'm meeting people who got student loan debt as high as mortgage payments, as car payments. So that is a problem that needs to be addressed. Think about technology. You know, now we're coming to a point where everything is being automated. You know, there's kiosks now in many of the fast food restaurants. They're doing driverless cars, driverless trucks. And before you know it, over 5 million jobs is going to be replaced because of the advancement in technology. And 68 million people have credit scores below 600, which means that they are paying double, triple the amount just to buy a car, just to buy a house, than people who have good credit. Social Security, you guys, I went on the Social Security website, and they give you a statement every quarter, and it basically tells you what your benefits is going to be when you do turn 65. And I was notified that by 2034, in which I will not be 65 years old, Social Security will only be able to give me 77% of my scheduled benefits. Think about all that money that comes out your paycheck. Can you imagine not being able to get your full benefits by the time you turn 65? Because that was promised to you. That's why you're working 40 hours a week for 40 years. And this may not be here for you, especially if you're in your 20s and 30s. It's a great possibility that Social Security will not be there by the time you turn 65. Well, the average Social Security check is about $1,300. So if you can't live off of that now, how are you going to live off of that when you're 65? Especially if you haven't paid your mortgage off or you're still renting. After your rent and utilities, that $1,300 is going to be gone. So what are you going to do to float yourself? Let's take a look at the retirement picture. This is a chart of where your 401k, 403b, or your IRA needs to be at, depending on your age. So if you're 30 years old, you should already have $64,000 saved. If you are 40 years old, you should have $162,000 saved. If you are 45, you should have $231,000 saved. If you are 50, you should have $319,000 saved. And if you are 65, you should have a minimum of $750,000 saved right now. So find your age, and I have one question for you. Are you on track? And if your answer is no, this is your wake-up call. You need to pay attention to everything that I say for the next few minutes, because it is time for you to get on a different path, because what you've been doing is obviously not working. Do you know that 50% of Americans, they haven't even started saving for their retirement because we're so used to funding our right now that we never think about our later, and the later is going to matter because at some point in time, you're not going to be able to work no more. And 81% of people have no idea how much money they need to be saving on a monthly basis in order for them to retire with dignity. Now, if you are not on track, there is a reason for that. I want you to think for a second. If you're making $50,000 a year in corporate America, well, if you work in a job, you're taxed at the highest tax rate in America. So they're going to take $11,000 right off the top, just in federal taxes alone. That's not including all the other taxes that come out your paycheck. So let's say your net income is $39,000. So I want you to think. Your car note and your mortgage and your rent, it is all based on your gross income. But you're being forced to pay those bills with your net income. So what ends up happening is you start living paycheck to paycheck, and then you use credit cards to float you in between your paychecks, and that puts you further and further in debt. Your biggest bill is actually your tax bill. Your tax bill is more than your mortgage. I'm telling you. Think about how big businesses advertise to us. There's always some type of holiday that is happening for us to spend more money. Our children are about to go back to school, so we got to buy supplies, we got to buy clothes. Then there's Labor Day, then there's Halloween, then there's Thanksgiving, then there's Christmas, and then the cycle starts all over again. New Year's, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July, and that's not including your birthday. Many of you like to turn up for a whole month for your birthday. People having gender reveal parties, people getting married. There's always more and more reasons why you need to be spending more of your money. And what's happening is you got a cash flow problem. And so what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to increase your cash flow and how to better manage your money. So the first place we're going to look at increasing your cash flow is we went directly to the IRS website. And the IRS says that 101 million taxpayers get refunds. Well, a refund check is not some extra free money. The refund check is your money. And so what's happening is many people's W-4s are filled out incorrectly. And so the IRS believes like the reason why you want them to take more money out of your paycheck is because you're using it for savings. So what they believe is since they're not paying you interest on your money, and you can't invest that money because they're taking it out throughout the year and they're making you wait a year, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months to get your money back. So you're missing out on an opportunity. But the IRS did say that you should think about putting the extra money that they're pulling out of your paycheck into your savings account or use that money to pay down your debt. Now, the question is, why are you not doing that? So if you look at the top of the W-4 page, it says that you should consider completing a new Form W-4 each year when your personal or financial situation changes. So your personal situation is maybe you get married or maybe you have a child. Your financial situation is maybe you become a homeowner or you start a home-based business. So myEcon is going to teach you the very first strategy to increase your cash flow, because 80% of Americans overpay their taxes. So we're going to teach you how to legally correct your W-4, not manipulate. So from this point on, you're never going to be one of those people who adjust your W-4 to 10 or exempt for 6 months, and then you go back and fix it for the next 6 months, because you can't file exempt unless you're over 65, you're legally blind, or you make less than $11,000. So if that is not you, filing exempt, it is illegal. And if you are ever audited, you got to pay the money back, and they're going to fine you, and you can go to jail up to 12 months. So why do something that is illegal and unethical when we can teach you how to do it the correct way? So we're going to show you how to adjust your W-4, and then we're going to teach you how you can unlock the hidden money that's sitting in the second page of the W-4, because now you are a business owner. So we're going to show you how to get an extra $100 to $1,200 every single month and not even owe Uncle Sam at the end of the year. So even if you are, maybe your mother, your children are now grown now, they're no longer in the house, well, the most you can claim on your W-4, because now you don't have any children to claim, is 2. Or maybe you're in corporate America and you making some good money. You could be making $50, $60, $100,000, but because you have no kids, they're taxing you like crazy. Well, the most you can claim on your W-4 is 2. So when you join myEcon, because we're giving you a home-based business and a sole proprietorship, you're going to be able to unlock the second page of the W-4 and increase your allowances from 2 to 8. Maybe you're married with 2 kids, or you could be a single mom, single dad with 2 kids. Well, the most you can claim on your W-4 is 8. And you'll notice they're still taking federal taxes out of your paycheck. So we're going to show you how to increase it from 8 to 12. I've seen even more. So how can we make it where you get all your tax money up front and not owe Uncle Sam at the end of the year? Where in myEcon, we're going to teach you strategy number 2, and that is the tax advantages of having a home-based business. I want you to know that when you start a home-based business, you get to turn your lifestyle into small business deductions. So if you're already paying a cell phone, if you're already paying for internet access, if you're buying phones and iPads and computers, guess what? You can write that off as a business expense. If you're paying a car note right now, well, guess what? You can write off the interest that's in that principal payment, the gas you put in the car. If you get your tires changed, if you have to do any maintenance or repairs, oil change, you can write that off. If you are leasing a car, you can write off 100% of that lease payment, or you can decide that it saves you even more money if you track all the miles in your car, because you can be reimbursed over 55 cents per mile. So if you're somebody that's driving 10,000, 12,000, 16,000, 20,000 miles a year, I'm telling you, you can add so much more money to your federal refund check just by tracking your miles. If you are traveling, anytime you travel, even if it's on vacation with your family, as long as you got your business cards and brochures and you hand them out while you're out and about, you can turn a personal vacation into a business trip. So you can write off your airfare, your hotel, your meals, your Uber, any baggage claim fees. You also are going to learn how to hire your children. So if you got any children that's over the age of 6, you can hire them into your business and you can write off up to $12,000 on your taxes. There's over 475 tax deductions available for people who have home-based businesses, and myEcon is going to teach these taxes to you directly from the IRS publications. So it's not about what Angie say. It's not about what myEcon says. It's about what the IRS says, because once you are educated in this knowledge, you're going to be able to keep more of the hard-earned money that you work for every single day, and you're going to be confident because you know that you have read the IRS publications. So how are we going to make all this possible for you? How are you going to be able to write off your lifestyle? Well, myEcon is going to give you a tool. It's a software. It's called the Cash Flow Manager. And the Cash Flow Manager is your record keeper, and it's also going to make you IRS compliant. So every time you spend money, where you pay your cell phone bill, you pay your myEcon membership, maybe you go out to dinner, you go on vacation, you're going to log those expenses into your Cash Flow Manager. You're going to be able to take a picture of your receipt, and it's going to be stored in the cloud. You can also track your mileage directly in the Cash Flow Manager app. At the end of the year, you're going to be able to run an expense report. And this is the report that you're going to give to your tax preparer so that they can complete your Schedule C and attach it to your 1040 tax return. And of course, as we learn the IRS publications and you learn about taxes, you're going to be a little bit more comfortable doing your own taxes. Why pay H&R Block $300, $500 to do your taxes when you can learn how to do them yourself? Now, I want to share with you the power of income shifting and keep more of your hard-earned money up front. We got Michael Macklin, who is cash flowing an extra $345 a month back into his household. We got Marta, who's cash flowing an extra $412 a month back into her household. Can you imagine the bills that you could pay when you bring home an extra $400 a month? We got Tanika that's cash flowing $500 a month back into her household. Kingston and Victoria Bone cash flowing $668 back into their household. We got Randy out of California, him and his wife cash flowing an extra $1,000 a month back into their household. So just by applying the very first strategy in myEcon, which is adjusting your W-4 and using your home-based business to offset your tax liability, you can get anywhere from $1,200 to $14,000 a year. And I'm telling you, you can get more money up front throughout the year than what they ever give you in a federal refund check. And here's what the beauty is and why myEcon is different than any other opportunity in the world. If you was to start any other business, whether you're selling tea or you're selling jewelry or you're selling weight loss products, you got to sell something in order for you to make some money. But in myEcon, because we teach personal finance and it's all about education and strategies, we show you how you can have a cash flow even without selling. Now, what are you going to do with all this extra money that you're going to get back in your paycheck? Well, again, we teach personal finance. So you're going to learn strategy number 3, which is debt elimination. So you're going to go through my personal finance boot camp and you're going to list out all your debts. I have some tools that you're going to use so you can identify which debt to pay off first. And let's say you got an extra $600 coming into your paycheck. After you list out your debt, we're going to start with the car note where you're paying $545 a month. You're going to take that extra $600 that you get in your paycheck, put it on top of that car note, pay that car note off in 15 months instead of 32 months. Now that the car is paid, that's going to free up an extra $545 cash flow real fast. And you're going to go straight to Visa. You're going to pay your credit cards off. This business partner paid off $8,000 in credit cards in 6 months instead of it taking them 6 years. Now we're going to go to the mortgage. See, there's no reason for you to have a 30-year mortgage. We put you on a fast track payoff plan. So the money that he was paying for the car note, the money he was paying Visa, plus the $600 that was in his paycheck, he's going to put it on top of that mortgage. So now he was able to pay that mortgage off fast, you guys, in under, 8 years compared to 30 years? So he was able to pay off $225,000 worth of debt in 8 years and 4 months. He was able to save over $332,000 in interest payment because he paid that mortgage off faster. See, this is what we call owning your paycheck. Because when you are debt free, you can decide where you want your money to go and how you want to put your money to work instead of having all these different people and these different companies taking your money from you. And so now he's debt free. Right? This is what it looks like when you start taking your income shift money and you apply it to debt. You pay off $9,500 in just 3 months. You're able to pay off your car note, and now you have an asset that you own. You're able to pay off $9,000 in consumer loans in less than 10 months. You're able to pay off $12,500 in 90 days. Just from using our debt elimination tools and our wealth strategies. You guys, this is the power of being able to control your money. We got Christina that was able to pay off $10,000 in student loan debt. Now that you are paying off your bills, you got a whole lot more money, especially when you're debt free. So what you want to do at this point, you want to make your money have some babies. So what you want to do is be able to take your money, invest it into assets so that your money continues to compound and multiply. So $2,500 a month through debt elimination is $30,000 cash a year. So if you were to invest that maybe in an index fund, in 10 years, you'll have $500,000. In 15 years, you'll have over $1 million. So it's not about when you start, it's that you start. And if you apply the strategies, your whole life can change. So strategy number 4, in myEcon, we're going to teach you how to become an investor. So we're going to teach you all the different investment vehicles that you're going to be able to park your money to make more money. So you should know the difference between CDs and money market accounts. You should know the difference between an index fund, an ETF. You should know the difference between stocks and options and mutual funds. You should know the difference between futures and exchange trade, foreign exchange market. You should know about cryptos. You should know about Forex, all of those things. Now, what we also believe is that you should own a piece of America. So if you're going to Walmart every week, guess what? You should own Walmart stock. It's about $88 a share. If you are buying Nikes, well, guess what? You need to own some shares in Nike. Because I'm telling you, you can own about 4 shares of Nike for the price of 1 pair of Jordans. You should own Netflix. You should own Amazon. Amazon just became $1 trillion business. You should own a piece of that. You should own a piece of Tesla. You should own a piece of Boeing. You should own everywhere that you basically spend your money. And so instead of just supporting capitalism by spending your money, it's time for you to participate in it and start owning some assets. So we want you to own stocks. We want you to own investments as far as real estate. And we also want you to be able to launch your own dream business and franchises, but you can't do that if you are in debt. This is what it looked like when you become an investor. You start owning Apple, you own stocks in Nike, you own Amazon, you own Avi, you own Tesla, you own Facebook. This is what my team is doing. We are building wealth in America. Me owning AT&T and Abbott Labs and Union Pacific, which gives me great dividends. And there's so many other stocks that I own in my portfolio. There's Fitbit. Oscar's also investing in the cannabis market. He's in blue chip and a conservative mix ETF fund as well. We have Andre Muhammad, who also teaches how to flip stock options so that you can make money daily. So if you want to make $100, $200, $300, $1,000 a day trading options, you have to get this level of education. Now I want to talk about the cost of having bad credit. Guess what? The difference between renting and having a home could be the fact that your credit is not up to par. Whether or not you be able to afford the car that you want to drive is based on your credit. Your car insurance is based on your credit score. Whether or not you can get a 0% credit card or you have to get a secured card. The difference between getting a job and not getting a job. Many employers are running credit checks. And so what I want you to know is that here's an example of 2 people buying the same car. The person with good credit, their car note is $387 a month. But the person with bad credit, which is paying triple the amount in interest, their monthly payment is $599 a month. So they paying over $200 more than somebody with good credit. But pay attention to that interest difference. See, the person with good credit paid about $3,000. But the person with bad credit paid over $15,000 interest. So it's almost like they bought their car twice. And that's crazy. And that's the reason why so many people are losing money, because your credit is bad. So when you need to use other people's money in order for you to get an investment that you want, it is costing you way more than it should. And so myEcon wants you to get in the 700 club. And so we're going to teach you strategy number 5, which is how to increase your credit score. So we're going to give you step-by-step credit repair education. You're going to know how to pull your credit report. You're going to know how to analyze your credit report. I'm going to provide you with a boot camp where you'll know what you need to be disputing. We give you all the dispute letters that's going to send out. You got the same dispute letters that all these third-party credit repair correction companies have. You have the same letters available to you. So we're going to show you how to remove them medical claims, them tax liens, any inaccuracies that's on your credit report. We'll also show you how to increase your credit score by adding different trade lines, adding rent to your credit report. We offer credit monitoring. And then there are people who, because they were able to fix their own credit, they've also launched an additional stream of income within myEcon because other people pay them to fix their credit for them. So that's why I love this company. This is what it looks like, you guys, when you put all the strategies together. When you take your income shift money and you don't blow it, but you take it and you pay off debt and you start going through our credit repair education system, everything changes. I have my cousin Melinda here who paid off $5,000 in credit card debt. She also paid off her car note and she raised her credit score to a 704. We got Greg, who was able to pay off $30,000 in debt, and it jumped his credit score to an 816. We got Lynette Boswell Vargas, who has cash flowed over $13,000. Now, mind you, this is what she's getting back in her paycheck. So over $13,000 in a year. She never got a $13,000 federal refund check. So that already lets you know that you get more money if you do it up front and save that money. But if you take that money and you blow it at the end of the year, you're going to be upset. Okay, so we want you to direct that money appropriately. So she took that $13,000 and she paid off $9,000 in credit card debt. And because of that, that increased her credit score to a 700 club from 596. And see, this is powerful because most credit repair companies, they teach you how to pay off debt just by lowering your spending habits. Well, because we do income shifting, something that they cannot teach you, we're able to affect 65% of your credit score right out the gate by taking your money and paying down your debt. We got Gabriel that was able to pay off $8,000 of debt in 9 months. His credit score went from a 597 to a 750. We got Alicia Bodie that was able to cash flow $42,000. Federal refund check, never $42,000. Paid off $12,000 in credit card debt. Credit score went from a 586 to a 756. This is powerful. So what's in it for you? If you want these strategies, if you want to be able to income shift, if you want our debt elimination and budgeting tools, if you want our retirement strategies, because we actually teach you what you need to be saving on a monthly basis in order for you to retire when you want to retire. We're going to give you investment training. We're going to give you the tax advantages of having a home-based business. We're going to give you the cash flow manager software. We're going to give you the credit repair education. And we're going to give you an e-commerce website so you can make even more money, as well as unlimited tax advice and preparation services. And you can have access to discount travel, shopping, and eating for $34.95 a month. There is no other business opportunity on earth that will give you all of this knowledge for $34.95. People are paying $80 to $200 a month just to have somebody fix their credit. You have access to all of it, $34.95. And if you get back to the person who invited you to this webinar and you say yes, you're going to be able to enroll, and we're going to have you go to your HR block. To your HR office, grab your W-4, or you can download the W-4 directly from the IRS publication, and we'll teach you how to fix your W-4, and you can get an extra $100 to $600 in the next 10, 14 days. Just that fast, without selling or recruiting. How powerful is that? That is why myEcon is one of the fastest growing businesses in the country right now. Because everybody wants this knowledge, but never have you been able to get it for $34.95. That's all it takes if you want our income shifting membership. Now, what I want to do really, really quickly is I do know that I have invited some guests on this webinar who are interested in generating an additional stream of income, as well as maybe firing their bosses. I know some people on this webinar who would like to have a career change. So I do want to mention that the income opportunity that is attached to myEcon for those people who want it. And this is for people who really want to be financial coaches. That means that you got a heart of a teacher. You like to teach, you like to educate people. You feel that it's bigger than you. You want to get into your community. You want to bring awareness. You want to bring financial literacy. You want to your the people that's around you. You want to change your community. You might want to be one of those people that when you look at your community, you see abandoned buildings, and you would love to be able to get people together and pull their cash flow so you can go and revamp those houses. Maybe you somebody that you may not have a grocery store in your community that sells healthy foods, and you want to be able to provide that. These are the people who want to be financial coaches. These are the people who want more than just the strategies that they're going to learn, more than just the money that they can get in their paycheck. You really want to make a significant amount of money so you can make significant change. And you want to be able to teach people how to get their financial houses in order. If you would like to be somebody like me, where I'm doing classes, I'm doing workshops, I'm doing meetings, I'm holding webinars just like you on right now. If that's you, then I invite you to be a financial coach through myEcon. And myEcon pay us for getting out there into the community and teaching people and offering people the income shifting membership so that they can change their life. And I'm telling you, you can make an extra 5,000, 10,000, 30,000. I mean, you can create a six-figure income just by being a financial coach. And I just want to share with you what it looks like. So every time that you introduce someone to myEcon and they get the income shifting membership for themselves, you're going to earn referral bonuses from myEcon of $35 per referral because you are an affiliate of myEcon. But what is so great about myEcon is I can actually help other people become financial coaches, and you can too. And I can have financial coaches set up across the country, and I can also get paid off of their entire organization. And you can do the same thing as well. So not only am I getting $35 for everyone I help get their financial house in order, but I can also earn anywhere from $5 to $25 for every financial coach that I have in their entire network. And I can also earn anywhere from $1 to $8 a month residual off of all of my financial coaches' entire organization. And guess what? That can be you too. So if you know people in other states, and you know that they're passionate about the movement as far as making sure that our people are free from the bondage of debt, and you get out there and you share this opportunity with other people, you can create a nice 5-figure, 6-figure income. I want to share with you what it looks like when you're selling income shifting memberships. Can you imagine getting paid $323 in 7 days? In myEcon, we get paid every Friday. Again, this is for people who want a little bit more money. $228 in 5 days. $1,900 in 14 days. And I mean, these are just regular people who just have a passion for getting the word out. Over $2,000 in 30 days, just talking about money. That's me over $7,000 in 45 days. $36,000 in 45 days. $31,000 in 30 days, $4,000 in 15 days, $2,000 in 23 days, $5,000 in 6 weeks, $9,000 in 30 days, just regular people, $6,000 in 30 days, $12,000 in 30 days, $33,000 in 45 days, $25,000 in 30 days. And this is not to just say it's about fast money. What I want you to know is that all this money was created off of a $35 product. A $35 product that teaches people how to manage their money, grow their money, invest their money, multiply their money. There is no other business opportunity as simple as that, because guess what we sell? We sell education. And we're making a difference. We're making a difference in our community. So when you join our team, you're going to get access to my training website where I'm going to give you support. You'll know exactly what you need to do. I have my personal finance that's going to put you through the finance boot camp, put you through the credit repair boot camp. We have investment education. And then for those people who are interested in being financial coaches, we also have marketing tools and posts that you can use to market your business in your local area, as well as through social media, where you can build your organization and you can sell even more memberships so that you can make even more money. For those people who are interested in being financial coaches, you can enroll for a one-time fee of $47.86. That's all it takes for you to be a financial coach. And then you're paying the $34.95 a month, just like everybody else who joined, who are just only interested in the wealth strategies alone. So this is a powerful company. I want you to understand that our mission is to get into every household, every high school, every college campus, and every church and teach the power of financial literacy. So you are just one decision away from being debt free, from being able to fire your boss, to be able to be like me and never have to work a job anymore, to be debt free like me, to be able to keep 100% of your paycheck and do what you want to do when you want to do it, drive what you want to drive, live where you want to live. There's nothing more freeing than being debt free. If you want to travel the world, you can do that. If you want to be able to provide your children with a college education or your grandkids with college education without them having to get student loans, do you want your children to graduate from college? And if they have the desire to open up their dream business, you can give them the seed money because you've been working your myEcon business on the side. Or maybe you want to leave an inheritance, because everybody that's a financial coach, the money that we create from our organizations, we can will that. And that means that if anything was to happen to me, my son will continue to get my monthly residual payments. This is a life-changing opportunity, and you have the opportunity to own your life. So whoever invited you to this webinar, I want you to tell them yes. And I also want you to text them 34 or 47. 34 if you're just interested in applying the wealth strategies to your life, and 47 if you're interested in being a financial coach. And they will provide you with the right training, education for you. So that ends this presentation. Again, get back to the person who invited you to this webinar. If by any chance you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and I will answer any questions that you may have. Are there any questions?
Hey Angela, just was
Yes.
trying to say that I need to get with you more on the financial coaching side of things. I'm up here trying to fix my hair.
Okay.
Because I definitely need to get into that.
All right. Anybody else have questions?
I think I had the same question. So, if I'm already in like myEcon, I paid the upgrade for the cashback mall for the $47, and I'm still interested in being a financial coach. Is there like anything extra I need to do?
Nope, it's just that when you have your clients come in, you're going to do a financial strategy session with them. But you have to do the financial strategy yourself in your life so that you can teach it to somebody else. Any other questions? Was that you, Ruby?
Yeah, I do have a question. I'm involved with a couple of financial education services, and one of which I'm thinking about letting go. I'm just trying to see, like, if I let it go, will I still be? I mean, like, what's the comparison? Because I did miss some of the video, so I don't want to let them go.
Well, you can get whoever invited you. Who invited you?
Tanisha.
Okay. Well, she'll be able to give you the replay of this webinar tonight. The company that you're in right now, did they teach you how to adjust your W-4?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Is the company that you in right now, did they sit down with you and go over your debts and tell you which debts you need to pay off first?
No. It's what I'm doing now is like a credit thing where they go through and they send me a dispute letter. I send the dispute letters back, and they went from there. But
did they teach you how to fix credit? Like, do you know how to do your own letters and mail them out?
I should, but no.
Okay. Do they teach you about investing, how to invest in stocks?
No.
Okay, well, I think I just answered your question for you because you gave me a whole lot of no's for a company that you in. So clearly, they can't take you where you need to go. So I think you need to step out on faith and and partner with myEcon. Now, whether or not you choose to let that go, that's going to be completely up to you. But if all they're doing is credit repair, you missing a whole lot when it comes to strategies and building wealth. It's more to wealth than just fixing your credit.
Yeah, okay, because it's like more than that. I mean, like they do like your protection. They do wills and trusts, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fine. But the choice will be up to you. Again, if it's about building wealth, it's about investing. If they're not teaching you that, then that is something that you're missing. So yes, you do need to be in myEcon, because everything that I ask you, you should be saying yes to.
Right.
Yep. So it's okay. Get on with Tanisha and get on in. It's only $34.95. I know you probably paying what? Are you paying $80 a month?
89.
89. Yep. And so you're getting even more for half the price, you know. So
okay.
It's okay. It's worth a try.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? All right, y'all. Thank you for being here tonight. And I'm gonna do a training on the financial coaches section, because all y'all financial coaches. Yes, you are. So y'all have a nice night this week. Again, this is recorded, so you can send this out to anybody who missed the webinar. And I will see you all again on Thursday. You're also going to get, I'll probably be posting something tomorrow about the new funnel system that's going to be out, that's going to be able to allow you to market your business so that you can get more customers. And I'm also still going to do a training about, for those people who are using myEcon's capture pages and landing pages, how to do it, how to build your funnel pages. So again, either one of the systems, whether you got both systems or you did one or the other, would allow you to market your business so you can get even more customers and attract even more financial coaches. What I do like about the myEcon capture page system is that we're going to be able to target specific people, specific products, because you can make your own capture pages the way you want to. So look for that tomorrow, and you all have an awesome weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a good weekend.